Hello, my name is Angelika and welcome to my channel Rainbow Over Pencils. So on this channel I usually share everything that I made, and if you're new, welcome. I hope you're gonna find this video interesting and you're gonna sign up. You're gonna become a new subscriber. But I want to take a time and say thank you to my existing subscribers. Um, Big thank you from bottom of my heart for supporting me and for giving me feedback about everything that I create. So what will be the plan of today video is just to kind of uh, do whole months of reviewing what I've been doing, what I've been purchasing, and what's next for me. Can you believe it's end of the February? Today, what is February 25th? So a couple more days and we will be in a spring season, which is one of my favorite season out of all. But I cannot complain about winter. Winter's been very successful for me in order of cross stitching. I probably did more cross stitching than I have ever done. I have so many finishes. So today I want to start with this beautiful cross stitch kit that in front of you from Dimensions, and its gold collection called Aurora. Wow, I mean, I have so much to say about it. It's been dream come true. I really wanted to stitch this project for a very long time, and if you've been with me from the beginning, you know that I've been hunting on the eBay. I was looking everywhere, and it's usually very hard to find this cross stitch kit. Sometimes if it comes, it costs so much money that it's almost not affordable. But I was lucky enough, I got this on a very good price on Etsy store, and so I was planning to start this winter. I was kind of putting off. Want to do it in December, and then I decided, okay, maybe I'm gonna do it in January. And when February came, I was like, this is it. If I'm not gonna start my dream kit right now, I'm probably not gonna start at all. And what really was hesitating for me is pattern. I did Enchanted Fortress of from Gold Collection Dimensions, and you can look at my previous video. It's very beautiful piece, and I did it by using a pattern, right, like this one. And I wouldn't say it was super hard, but it wasn't easy for sure. And when I was opening this cross stitch kit, as you see, the first thing that I noticed for some reason is that this pattern felt like a little bit harder. And I was thinking to myself, I don't know if I'm ready for this challenge. It looks way too complicated. I don't know, should I start? Should I do something else? Should I do on PDF? But um, I taught myself how to use CrossStitch Saga. If you don't know what is CrossStitch Saga is, it's electronic program, right? So you open up, so instead of PDF, let's see here, so yeah, here we go. So it's give you the pattern, right? Like here. So definitely it's brighter, it's bigger, and it doesn't seem complicated anymore. So you can choose what you want to stitch. Let's say you want to stitch, so it says dimensions, for example, this, right? So you pick and you just go ahead and do it. So it looks way easier than stitching just using a pattern. So um, why I didn't start in December? Because I taught myself how to use CrossStitch Saga in December. Well, the reason why, because you have to transfer this from PDF to has their file. If you don't know how to do it, right? If you don't have a specific program, you have to find people who will do it for you. And that's where my complication starts. Like I was contacting one people and another, and some would say yes, we will do it for you, and then in a couple of days they will send me email. They said no, 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 we're not going to be able to do it. So finally, I think it was like end of January, I found a very legit company that said yes, we'll take your project. We're gonna convert this PDF that I was able to scan it and send it to them, and that's it. And so they sent me Cross Stitch Saga. I open and start stitching right away. So, but enough of talking. Let me show you what I was able to accomplish. Here we go. Look at that. Wow. And she is absolutely beautiful. Yes, I didn't do any back stitch yet, uh, but she is amazing. So the plan was just to start a sky, and you know how you stitch sky in dimensions. It's 5, 6 threads, but it didn't stop me. The sky is so unrealistically beautiful here, and I was just keep going. I got all the way to her face. Even I was able to touch her dress and look at the sparks in her dress. It's unbelievable. She is everything that I dreamed of hope. So this design is from 2012, and design is bent to sleek. The size is 15 by 11 inches, and it's stitched on a 16 count Ada, which is very easy to stitch. And again, like I said, it was something that I was afraid to start, but at the end, because I had CrossStitch Saga, it was super easy. And the only reason why I stopped and I didn't continue is because I had the other projects that I was planning to do. But she is amazing, and I'm gonna show you the threads. If you are someone who loves blue color, you should take this design and enjoy it. Look, this is just extra blues. There's so many, and light purple. Wow. Dimensions are threads unbelievable. They're one of a kind. And this is not it. Obviously, you have extra on organizers in different kind of colors. Usually this bright one will go to the sky, but you have a gold. Look, that will be used for her dress. And let me see what's somewhere here. I'll show you. The spark one. It's called blending filament 032. That what makes her dress really stood up, and it looked like she's from fairy tale. What I'm not really excited is I was teaching her companion bear. If you look here again, it's a lot will be of brown and gray and dark, I don't know, kind of dark blue grayish right over there, and black. So, but yeah, my plan is continue work on it even we done with the season of winter, and little by little take her and just just do a couple stitches here and there, and I hope that I will be able to finish her maybe end of the 2026. Cross my fingers. But again, I'm not rushing myself. I just take in and I'm enjoying the process. And what else I want to say about this design is that besides cross stitch, half stitch, you also have to do obviously back stitch. There is no cording, it's only coaching, and 80, that's what I count, the cross stitch saga count for me, French knots. Overall, if you like counting stitches, right, there will be 28,168 cross stitches in this design. Yeah, so it's not enormous work, but it's also not a small one. If you ever stitch that design, let me know. I will be very interesting to see what was your, mm, you know, experience about this design. But yeah, so dreams come true. So one of my dreams finally start realizing, and I cannot wait when she's gonna be finished again and will be a companion for Enchantress Forest that I just recently finished last month. So we moving on. So after finish with Aurora, obviously it wasn't enough for me to stitch dimensions. So I chose another design, and it's beaded elegance ornaments. There is 6 of them and designed by Catherine White. Now you stitch this design on 18 count ivory Ada. It also includes felt, beads, needle, and it just not very complicated. So I knew it right away, but I also knew that I cannot stitch them all 6. So I pick one. What do you think? Which one? Yeah. If you know that I love bears, teddy bears, so I look at the teddy bear and it's like, this is gonna be my first design that I will take. But before I show you what happened, I can tell you that I never stitched ornaments before. I never even put them together. And this month I opened myself from different sides. Uh, Not just a stitcher, but the one who can actually create and put in a design in something that will look very presentable. So here's the threads. Elegant, beautiful, very bright, rich, and I put them on organized pocket. It's so convenient. I mean, I have so many of them. I think I have like 6 different colors. It's just convenient for me. I like organize the way that I can see number right away. I take the thread and I use it for whatever I need right now. So, and obviously, like I said, here's a Ada. And because it's an old design, I think it's what year? 2003. Wow. So, Ada is so soft. I like the color. In 18 count was so nice to stitch. It wasn't very hard because my most comfortable count is 32nd or 16 count, but 18 it's a little bit too small, but not on this design. Everything felt like perfect. And you have beads right over here. You also have a golden thread for decoration purposes. You have felt. It's so instruction. So you guys ready? And here it is. Look how beautiful. I am so proud of my work to say that and just to say nothing. I mean, he is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this teddy bear, especially his expression. He looks a little bit confused and so fancy with this scarf and a Santa hat. A lot of lazy daisies, yes. If something that you're not really familiar, and I wasn't, I probably did only 5 lazy daisies in my entire CrossStitch life experience, so there was a lot. And the first one, I didn't really like it. It was a little bit crooked, but by the time I got to this side, I feel like it was, let me see, how show you pattern. So it was very neat and nice lazy daisies. So this is how the backing looks. I didn't use anything extra except the cord. I went to Hobby Lobby, and that's where I purchased that one. So just a regular plain cord. And so this is an ornament I have now. So you can put it in a Christmas tree or somewhere as a decorative pieces. But wouldn't you say he's cute? After I finished this study, I was thinking about, wow, that's not enough. I want to create something more. And the next design that I chose, it was this one, hearts. For some reason, I don't know what happened to me, but I forgot that February was celebrating Valentine's Day. And so it was dedication to that celebration. So the heart is also so bright, colorful. I like the borders of Lazy Daisy and how you decorate it with the golden beads. You have golden thread here. I also did the same with the back. Put the cording and that's it. So it was, what to say? I mean, you can look at a lot of videos on YouTube, right? How to put together ornaments. But I'm not that kind of person. If I'm watching something, my brain is just not processing. And just the way how I work. For me, it's better to read. So what I did, I took this instruction and I literally, they have instruction here how to make this toy, a toy ornament. So my daughter calls it toy. That's why I call it as well. Uh, and so by reading the instruction, I was able to get it. I know this probably not perfect for you if you're perfectionist, but again, it was my first try. So it was experience. I was learning how to put all these two pieces together and make sure it's connects and everything looks nice. There is no threads hanging out. So, but I'm very pleased. I think they look great. So yes, now I have 2 beautiful ornaments that will be on my next Christmas tree, and I know that it will be my whip now. So I will continue work on the other 4 ornaments when I have a chance, but not in the spring for sure. Probably gonna take it later. But they are adorable. They just, have you seen this design? Usually don't see it. Every time I open videos of YouTubers, they stitch dimensions ornaments, but they are, mm, not to say that cliche, but everywhere you see they stitching the same thing over and over. And this design is less stitch, which is, that's not right. I feel like it's should be stitched more often. And yeah, it looks so vintage and old in my opinion. So So if you ever thought of stitching it, I highly recommend it. It's so easy to stitch. I don't know how long it took me, but let me see. So let me see. Here we go. So what? Yeah, I again found the cross stitch saga and I was able to stitch it. Yeah. So I don't know which one I'm gonna stitch next. Maybe a snowman or a wreath. But with cross stitch saga, it definitely the process becomes uh, more easier than with a regular pattern. But either way, I mean, it's what really it was like a discovery for me. Now I understood that 18 count is will be one of my favorite as well to stitch, not just the 16th. So yeah, here we go one more time. Gorgeous. Well, the next thing that I took it was Peace on Earth, a winter Quaker sampler from Lila's studio. Again, if you saw my video previous in December when I was making all these plans bigger than Empire State Building, I was telling you that if I finish everything that I plan, I'm gonna take this Quaker and try to work because it's one of my dream to kind of try something different for myself. I never stitch, you know, like a Quaker samplers before. I stitch samplers, but not as big as this one, and especially on a 36 count. I know some people on YouTube stitching on a 40th count, but I choose 36 for a reason because again, I feel more comfortable with that kind of fabric. What I like about this Quaker, probably, I mean, everything, all the small details, animals. You get so excited to stitch one and get to another one, and overall get a whole big picture. I also say the sayings here. If you look at peace on earth, goodwill to man, wow, what a wonderful and amazing words that I really wish will come true for everyone. And so the plan was, just to start and see how that goes. And let's see, this is where I am now. Yes, I started from the left upper corner and look at the acorn and leaves and this green Quaker that I moved later and I did letters W-I and reindeer and a bird and hedgehog box. Wow, it really feels like a winter to me, especially with the color of the threads that designer use. It's absolutely beautiful. And I just like what's inside each of the Quaker. They're so different. I stop right over here on what is that? Mm, the animal. Yeah, right over there. So I almost got to the end and and it was that's it. Like I just couldn't stop. I thought that I'm gonna do small tiny piece and move on to different project, but I couldn't put it away. I was keep stitching and stitching, and again I discovered something new for me that it really brings me such a joy to stitch different pieces, like just stitch one piece and then move to the second one. And the fabric that I chose, I feel like the color is beautiful, but also material. So I purchased it from 123 Stitch, and it's 36 count platinum Edinburgh lining. It's 18 by 7. So you could tell that I have a plenty to stitch on. So I have a good gap here and on top. So I'm not gonna run out this space. And I'm excited. I'm excited how it's gonna look. I've seen, for example, Samantha from Huggy Stitchery. She started from the middle, and it looks so beautiful. These green leaves and a bright color berries. So I'm excited when she's gonna finish the small houses and a lake, kids that's skating. That's beautiful. So, but yeah, this is where my progress is, and little by little, I don't think I'm gonna be stitching this design. Obviously, in the spring, I have so many projects, but I might take it, Christmas in July and work on it a little bit. Or when I work and do my whip parade. So usually what I do, I take 3 days for each design that for each whip that I have, and I give full 3 days. So I stitch couple thousands of cross stitching on this design. I will be so happy. So by the way, I want to show you that this is pattern. If you're interested in this design, there is 12 pages. Yes, 12. That's probably the biggest one I've had so far. And I was hesitating. I was like, I don't know, should I just put this, pages together, glue it? So how it will be better to work? And talking about, you're probably gonna say, again, she's talking about Cross Stitch Saga. Yes. So I contact the people that can take this pattern and make it to has their file, and they were able to convert it. So on my Cross Stitch Saga, you can see that I already accomplished 25.6%. So 1/4 of my work is done. Wow. And this is where I am right now. Yeah, so the pink one shaded, it's something that I already accomplished, and the rest of it not. The one that I still have to stitch. Also, if you're a person who is big into the numbers, it's 26,444 cross stitches. That's a lot. But it's obviously, especially if you're thinking it's on a 36 count. Yeah, it's not going to be small, but it will be way worth it. So what threads are you using? DNC, and I didn't do any kind of pretty organization. What I was doing, I had all these flosses on DMC, and whatever color I needed, I would just take bobbin. I would put it in a bobbin, and I use this color and put it back. Here's the instruction. Yes, it was originally stitched on a 40 count Patriots brew by RR Reproduction, and it's stitched 1/1. Here, I like to stitch 2 threads over 2. It's just me personal, my preference, you would say. And I like when it's so like the color pops. And it is the fact that I feel like I achieved very well. Yeah. Awesome. So if you ever thought about trying something like a quicker, simpler, Layla Studio has so many, and not just one I purchased. I believe that I purchased one more. It should be somewhere here. So let me see there. Yes, you're probably gonna say she has so many patterns. Yes, I do. I am obsessed with cross stitching, and especially now when I know how to get the conversion. So the other Lila Studio that I really liked and I've seen it stitched, it's Summer Quaker. It's where you see the mermaid and she's swimming. Oh, did I pass it? I probably did. Let me see. And the one that, right over there. Here we go. So that's another one. So my plan is to finish this winter and continue with the summer. I've seen it stitch on a 40s count 1/1, and it's beautiful, but for me to have them frame and make sure they look really like they accomplishing each other, they're not looking, weird or something. So I will also gonna probably maybe use something lighter than this color, because it's, the colors of DMC here are different. But I will be using 36 count for sure and 2/2. But look how gorgeous it is. It's probably one of the famous Quaker on the YouTube now as well. Some of them already finished stitching, some of you guys teaching. So let me know which one is your favorite. Do you like more winter or summer? For me, it's hard to choose. I like them both, but since I have a winter one, I started with this one first. So that's it. Like I said, I had to celebrate Valentine's Day in some kind of cross stitching. And I chose this Valentine's Day Quaker by Lindsay Wade from Primrose Cottage. Wow, look at this beautiful Quaker with a word of love. And it's just so gorgeous. It looks like a fast, start and you finish right away. So I said, why not? So I'm going to show you a little bit of pattern. It's right over there. So this time I didn't order cross stitch saga. I just used this pattern, and it tells you keys. So you need 32nd count blush, and you stitch 2/2, and you need a classic color work, Reap Melon 3 skeins. So this is a thread, this is a leftovers. I had 3 of them, and the colors is gorgeous. That was my first time trying classic color works. It's 100% cotton, and they're beautiful. Wow, I thought dimension is my favorite. Plus now it's hard to say, because I really enjoy stitching. It was just not a pleasure to use it with a needle, but also just to see how colors are changing. Somewhere is, super bright, and then you get in a little bit, the color is fading away. So it was very different contrast, I would say. And talking about fabric, oh my god, that was gorgeous. That was from Wix Dye Works. 32nd count blush, 1 yard piece, and I have so much left. I don't know why it's not showing you. Even I have a very good light right now, but it shows you more like a whitish, but it's really bright pink color. I don't know how to show you that way, but trust me, I mean, the color is gorgeous, and it was very soft, so very good fabric to work with. So what do you think I made? I didn't just stitch the design. Again, I was challenging myself. I was keep pushing myself to the limits and trying something new. Not just I did it first ornaments, but I also made my first ever pillow. Ta-da! Yeah, I can't believe it. I mean, and I'm not a girl who knows how to use sewing machine. I don't even have it. I never tried it, so I did it by hand. And again, I wish I would watch any kind of videos on YouTube how to make a small pillow, but I didn't. I just read instruction. Or what do you need to do in order for you to make a decorative pillow? I had this edges like this white one long time ago. I purchased because I was crocheting so many toys, and if I would make some decorative piece for them, like a bow or skirt, So I went to my box and I was like, wow, I have so many different colors, and obviously this one will work. For this pillow will work better white. So this is a backing. I had this color in my box, and I felt like, even if it's not like a bright pink, but I feel like it looks very good with this design. And I didn't put too much, like I didn't make it too puffy, I would say, but it's the same time you can say that it is a pillow. And yeah, it took me a little bit of time. It wasn't easy, 1 2 3 and the pillow is right over here, but I'm so happy with what it came up. And now I'm probably gonna try to make more and more decorative pieces out of my cross stitching, because it's gorgeous. And my daughter's like, Mommy, can I have this pillow? Like, no, not yet. I'm gonna, because I put it right next to my nightstand, and every time I go to bed, I'm waking up, I'm looking this beautiful pillow. I would even think that it will be looking good if you go like to the wedding and you put the ring on this pillow. That will look so gorgeous. But this is amazing. I'm so proud of myself, really. So if you ever want to try something, just go forward. Just without hesitation, try it, and sometimes something will come up. Again, if you see any flaws, that it's not perfect, I understand. Yes, it's probably not, but for me, it's the best pillow I've ever seen. Yeah, I will keep working and on the small details, make sure it's get to perfection. Yes, but this is what I have now. So after I finish with the Valentines, I was thinking, all right, now time to move on and finish one big piece that I'm gonna show you right now. So my big finish of this month is from Madame La Fée and Lilac Jelly, if I pronounce this correctly in French, but in English it's translated as a frozen lake. So I started this design in the beginning of winter months in December, and my plan was to just take it little by little and finish by the end of February. So I will have my big finish. I never really was into this designer. I tried from this design something that reminds you probably spring, summer design, where you have roses, bouquet, teacups. I started just a little bit. You will see probably maybe in the next video. But to completely finish whole piece, I've never done. So this is my first one, and I will tell you what I think about it. But before I do that, I'll show you the keys. So this is a key. You're using all DMC colors. There is plenty of them, I would say. And if you're wondering how the pattern look, pretty much like this. So it's big, I mean it's bright, and if you stitch using a physical paper, here it is. And that's how I actually started before I transfer everything to CrossStitch Saga. But this is what the result is, and I am so pleased. It's understatement. I enjoy each and every element of this design. Probably the first was my favorite part, is these amazing kids that are skating, and the second one was the robin sitting and look at the kids enjoying the winter. Crocuses, I mean, look at the flowers, they are gorgeous. And mittens, wow. So what else they put you And there is no kit obviously, but what they give you pattern, and they give you this small charm as a mitten. So they didn't tell you where to put any design. So I was thinking and thinking. I was thinking maybe to put here or there, and then I was like, no, I think they will look better right over there next to Bunny hanging on a fence. What do you think? Where would you put it if you had a chance? But I think it looks, reasonable. So what happens if you lose your mittens? I don't know. When I was growing up in Siberia, that's where usually my grandma put my mittens. Like, here we go, because I would have extra pairs always. We had a lot of snow, and this design is amazing. I cannot describe that. The feeling of accomplishment that I finished something so beautiful. Will I put in a frame? Probably. Probably that's what I'm gonna do. I know there's you can decorate as a pillow, but pillow in my house with my cross stitching, no. I mean, it's gonna get dirty, so that doesn't make sense. But somewhere like as a decorative piece in a frame, that will look gorgeous. And the fabric that I used, it's this one. It's called French Rain Linen, 18 by 27. Do you see I still have a piece, so I cut it out, and I can use for some other design, like not a big one but something smaller. That will work, so I will keep it for future cross stitching. But yes, so look at my finish. Beautiful, gorgeous. Was it hard to stitch? Not really. I mean, again, I started stitching or using just a pattern, and everything was fun. But then I was like, you know what, if I already transfer all my patterns and Saga, so let me have this. Yeah, that's the best thing that happens when you complete. You get all these hearts, and it's like a cherry on the top of a cake. If you wondering how many cross stitching here, it's 17,673. So yeah, pretty decent design. So what I did, half of it I stitch using a pattern, and the second half I was just using a cross stitch Saga. Yes, easy, beautiful. Definitely not my last one from Madame La Fée. She has so many. If you go to 123 Stitch, you can find a lot of them on different kind of taste. Something that reminds you winter, something that reminds you spring, and I'm excited to try some other patterns from this designer. But again, look at this, gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful winter. All right, so, and the last one design I'm gonna show you, it's a small one, but that was probably, it became one of my favorites. So this is the last design that I decided to stitch in months of February. If you're a little bit familiar with Russian culture, end of February we always celebrate Pancake Week. This is just a celebration that the winter is over, the spring is right over there around the corner. So we make different kind of pancakes each day during the whole week. And my grandma used to celebrate this wonderful tradition, making the best pancakes ever. So this pattern I found on mybobbin.com. There's so many of them. It's called matryoshka with the pancakes. And not I decide just to stitch it, but also to put it together. And this is she is the star of my video today. I fall in love with this adorable toy. So I was stitching it on a plastic 14 count, and threads using DMC. So backing, I used this red one, felt, and on the edges, I went to Michael's store, and first I purchased red one. I tried red one and I felt like it was too heavy, maybe more like a Christmassy, something that you would put in a Christmas tree. But the white looks more elegant, more light, and I use this for decoration purpose again, just something that you can hang. It's beautiful. I feel like the combination of red and gold looks so edgy. I know for someone probably to make a bow it will be too much, too extra, but not for me. I want her to be girly, and that's what I accomplish. On a pattern, she's smiling, but I decided to make her, just looking adorable and cute without putting a big smile. Either way, I feel like she looks adorable. Yes. Will I make more? Probably, because my daughter already asked me, Mommy, let's make more. Let's make this and that. And again, if you, the pattern is so easy, but if you familiar with CrossStitch Saga, here it is. You're probably already tired of looking at it, but I'm trying to show you the different options in stitching. So this one I stitched, yeah, and this one not. You see, that's another one. It's a little bit of different colors. She's also holding a pancakes. I like her apron. I feel like it's so adorable. And the one that my daughter chose for me to stitch next, it's obviously more spring. Reminds you, what is it, French lavender? That's the name of it. It's a French lavender matryoshka. So I probably gonna make her next couple months. And again, it's so easy. It took me probably only a couple days, but put together, yeah, it was a work. So yeah, that it's again decorative piece for me, and something that I never done before. I challenge and challenge myself. Yeah, and maybe it's not perfection, but it looks good. I'm the one who always crocheting toys, but this time I cross stitching, and it looks adorable, especially her eyes, the way how she present the pancakes. It's again something from the other time, wouldn't you say? It's like not a modern piece for sure, but something vintage. So yes, this is it. So I had couple finishes, as you see, couple of whips, new starts, and it was very productive. So my probably next video will be one of my favorite. It's when I'm making all these crazy plans, trying to stitch here and there and try new designers. So if you want to stick and see what's my plans for the season of spring, please subscribe. Please leave any kind of comments, preferably good. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching my video, for supporting me, for giving me motivation to get up, to create, especially to record the video, because it's a lot. It takes so many hours to record, to put it together. So there's so much happening behind the thing overall. But it's way worth it when you watch it, and when you like my videos, when you saying that how much you appreciate it. you wishing me something wonderful and amazing. And it's you know, sometimes you have a good days and bad days, but when I have a bad days and I read amazing comment that say thank you, your video was lovely, wow, it gives me, I become like a superwoman. I get some kind of strength that you know, I didn't have before. So anyway, thank you so much again, and I'll see you next time.